Houston men's basketball finished 13-19 last season, but the record only tells half the story. Kelvin Sampson took over a depleted roster and focused on changing the culture in year one. We had a chance to visit with Coach and talk about what's next for the Cougars.
We didn't set our goal to win X amount of games or make the NCAA tournament. That's not the way we were built this year. We're starting building this program, and I think you start with your culture.
The Cougs' top returning player will be senior Devontae Pollard. Pollard, a former recruit at Alabama, transferred to Houston last year and finished second on the team with 11 points per game.
It took him a while to figure out who he was. And, he's done well in the classroom. He's done well in the community. The team really embraced him. You know, a basketball team, because of the length of the season and the off season, is really an extension. They really do become a brotherhood, and these guys embraced Devontae. Just watching him now, you know, we're in our off-season workouts now, and he's not even the same person. I think he's going to have a monster senior year. He's a kid that can contend for some all-conference honors.
Additionally, the team welcomes back starting point guard LJ Rose, who missed much of last year with injury, and a talented cast of newcomers. Two of those players sat out last year: Purdue transfer Ronnie Johnson and an injured Bertrand Nolly.
Well, last year we had a kid by the name of Ronnie Johnson come in that started at point guard for Purdue University for 2 years in the Big Ten. This year he had to sit out, obviously, so we knew we had him sitting out. We also have Bert Nolly, who we signed as a junior college kid, and we had him penciled in as our starting center. Well, he tore an abdomen muscle groin injury. He had to fly back to Philadelphia and have surgery, and he wound up missing the entire year. So those two guys would have started for this team.
Another one is local high school star Galen Robinson, who signed early with Sampson and the Cougs.
Galen Robinson's a guy I'm really excited about. He was named the Guy Lewis City of Houston Player of the Year. His team won 3 consecutive state championships, and he was MVP all 3 years. He's coming in as a freshman point guard. He's going to be good. He's going to be really good.
Additionally, the Cougars announced the late signing of 4 players who are expected to make an immediate impact. Transfers Rob Gray and Kyle Meyer, along with 2 hometown guys, Chris Harris and Damian Dotson.
You know, one of the things we liked this year, obviously, was depth and size. And I think we've addressed both those issues. Most of the guys that played this year will provide depth. The incoming players, most of them will be our starters. So I think that gives us a pretty good nucleus to go with.
So what does another year of building the culture with an influx of talent look like for the Cougs?
I want to scare postseason next year. I want to scare it. I mean, there's no doubt we're going to be better, and we're playing in a league that if you do well in the league, you're going to have a chance at postseason. You know, SMU was by far the best team not by far, but absolutely the best team in our league this year. You know, Connecticut's going to be better. Temple had a great year. Tulsa had a super year. Cincinnati obviously was the second best team in the league, but you know, there's 4 or 5 teams in this league, maybe 5 or 6, and there's a little bit of a demarcation line. And we're a little bit below the demarcation line right now. You know, we want to jump up into the mix with the top teams. And that's our goal. You know, we talk about it, we're working toward it, and we expect to, because if you can get into the top 5 or 6, you're going to be in postseason play. And then once you get there, then your next step is to move up to the top 2 or 3 and then start contending for conference championships. And that's, you know, if we were to plug in an address from where we're headed with this program and our GPS, that would be our roadmap.
That roadmap seems to be a promising one. Thanks again to Coach Sampson. There's some definite energy and excitement around this program. For the American Digital Network, I'm Haley Outen.